What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another fragrance review by me, Mark. This time I have an offbeat, unusual take on a perfume and cologne. I don't even do perfumes. I'm strictly masculine smells or men's cologne, but this is a rarity for me. This is an exception, and I'm going to get to why it is an exception for me. I'm going to have a video in the future based on the original reason why I did this video. So this is from a legendary, iconic person. Came out in the late 80s. It was discontinued faster than it was on the market. And it is called Uninhibited by Cher. Bear with me here. I know this seems weird. This iconic fragrance was called Uninhibited because, like Cher, it doesn't go in one direction. Because this is a complex, highly involved fragrance from top note, middle note to base note. It is far from linear. It is the complete opposite of generic. This right here. So why am I doing this fragrance review? One, it was a random fragrance that I saw that I was looking up designer fragrances or discontinued fragrances, and this one popped up and it got rave reviews, blah, 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 blah. So I said, let me go on eBay and see if I can find it. It was a blind buy, apparently, obviously. So I got this bottle, which, by the way, if you get the 1.7 or 3.4, it's going for over $300. But this little, whatever this is, I don't know, half ounce or something, I got this for $50 with shipping. It was stored in a cool, dark, dry place in a black velvet bag, and it was unused when I got it. So, after reading the notes, I was intrigued to smell this. So, vanilla and sandalwood are two of my favorite notes of all time in a fragrance. So, I get this. It's discontinued. It's an iconic person who made it, and it has two of my favorite notes of all time. And it's extremely hard to get, so it's rare. So, it's even more intriguing. Yay! This, when you first put it on, is straight aldehyde like Chanel. I mean, this is Chanel number 5 aldehyde times 15. It is a punch in the face. It is strong. It is pungent. It is thick. It is heavy. It is a very strong aldehyde in citrus, just like Chanel. That's the first take on this. After about an hour, that goes away, and it starts to blend and mold and meld into a whole different fragrance. Starts to become more sugary, more sweet, more woody, more creamy. Okay, so the dry down on this is one of the most well blended, luxurious, creamy, intoxicating, rich, decadent vanilla sandalwood blends I have ever smelled. And I have multiple colognes, and I mean multiple, and as far as vanilla and sandalwood, one of the best dry downs. It doesn't stay feminine at all. Again, Cher, Uninhibited. I mean, a man or a woman can wear this. I know the bottle is fucking very synonymous with female, and I do understand the headdress is it throws you off for a male's take. But this shit released in a new bottle today, not labeled Cher, labeled something else, in a kind of a unisex style bottle. It would fly off the shelves because it was wildly popular when it came out, but it was so complex and all over the place that a lot of women found this to smell unisex on the dry down, so it didn't do as well and it discontinued. But it is not a very feminine dry down. The vanilla sandalwood is just so creamy and decadent and rich and it's intoxicating, and it's smooth and it's sweet. It's not syrupy or thick and dense, but it's just rich and smooth, intoxicating. Okay, this little thing was $50, whatever, given the rarity of it and how old it is and blah 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 blah. You could see why, but I have it, and I'm glad I purchased it. The projection and longevity on this thing is outdoing 70% of the shit that's in the men's market right now, and for projection and silage. I mean, this thing was a powerhouse. If I put, it's a splash. Okay, it is a splash. But if I like in my hand and tap my neck like this, I mean, I'm good for 8 hours. 8 hours straight. Bump and throw. But you need at least an hour on this for the feminine vibe to fade, and then you get that dry down that can go very masculine. I mean, just it is excellent. I would highly recommend someone trying this. I know, again, it's very strange. It's a woman's perfume. A guy's doing a thing on it. Don't let the headdress throw you. Definitely don't let the name throw you. It's all about what smells good. And again, this is just a very random buy for me, based on the rarity of it. I love discontinued fragrances, and I love the note breakdown in the base and the reviews online. But this I don't wear. Nothing smells like this. This is 100% unique as fuck. But I don't wear this out. I kind of just dab it on here and there and wear it around the house, or if I'm going to run out quick. But to work, no. Date night, no. Clubbing, no. This is just a simple joy for me to smell. I want to get brave enough to put a decent coating of this on, wait an hour, and let that dry down, kick in. But it is blended so well. Again, it is a very complex fragrance. It does start from high, mid, low. It goes all over the place. It is far from linear. I mean, it's so feminine just citrus and aldehydes. Chanel number 5 times 525. Bam! Just pungent. But again, give it an hour. That fades, and you're left with that soft, creamy, rich, intoxicating vanilla sandalwood blend. I mean, this is excellent. I mean, it's a shame that it's discontinued, because back in the 80s and the early 90s, I see why it didn't work. But today is more open-minded. Nothing is male or female anymore. Everything's pretty much ambiguous and open-minded, open-ended. Nothing's narrowed down anymore. I mean, guys are girls, girls are guys. Nothing's weird, nothing's odd, nothing's shocking anymore. Everything's out in the open. So this could be released as a unisex fragrance today from a home, given the quality of the ingredients and the way this was made. This is far from cheap smelling. I don't know how much it was when it first dropped, but it does not smell cheap at all. It does not smell generic at all. This is a very intriguing smell. But the reason why I'm making this video is because I touched on earlier in the beginning is I like vanilla and sandalwood, and I've done a vanilla one, Vanille and Sensé by Atelier. But I have multiple sandalwood fragrances, single notes, attars, and colognes from India and from different fragrance homes, because I love sandalwood. And that was the original reason why I did get this, because vanilla and sandalwood is one of my favorites, and this was in there, and it's discontinued. So bing, 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 boom, I got it. Again, I think the price on this now for a 1.7, 3.4 is going over $300, but the quantity is extremely limited. I mean, for every one of these, there's 6,000 Chanel number 5. So for every one of these, there's 10,000 Acqua di Gio from Giorgio Armani. So it's not a fragrance that's easily obtainable. But if you do get it, you will love it. Go on basenotes.net, fragretica.com, and you will be mesmerized by the love this has received, by the complexity of the smell, by how it starts, it goes this direction, it's floating, and then boom, comes this way. So I'll leave you guys with that. I'm going on 9 minutes, and again, Cher, Uninhibited, 1988.